Hey crafters, it's Janet with Crafting It Up in Creations. So long time no see. Hope you guys are doing well. I have had a chance to craft it up lately, but I haven't always been able to film. And of course, if you followed me along for a little while, my craft room is like a complete disaster. It's coming together somewhat, but I'm trying to organize things so that I can find them. And this is something that I made for a gal I work with. She asked me if I could do a throwaway bouquet. And so I got together a bunch of supplies and I'm going to share those with you. But something like this is what I found at Michael's. And I thought, wow, these are so pretty. You could actually just join a couple of these together and make something like this to be a throwaway bouquet. But I'm going to show you what she gave me. She gave me this Patriotic Bouquet. It's red, white, and blue roses. And that was, I'm going to guess that was the choice of the bride. I had thought maybe the wedding was a little closer to July 4th, but it's close to Memorial Day. So they have that decorative mesh at Walmart. And then I had some mesh that I bought from Joann's and even Michael's. And there's this really pretty lace tool as well that I had thought about using. I didn't end up using that, but I'm going to show you everything that I thought that I might use. This is some other tool that I had that had some glitter in it, and this was like from Family Dollar. So it was only $1 for 5 feet of this mesh ribbon. I have some of these little berries. Of course, they're from around Christmas time, but you can find these in the white any time of the year. These were from A.C. Moore or Joann's. Honestly, I'm not sure. And then I had some baby's breath already. That was from the Dollar Tree. And I thought just a little mixture of some other flowers in this would look really pretty. So I chose to kind of keep it a little neutral and not pull away from the bouquet too much. And then they have this onion grass at the Dollar Tree, and I'll show you. I do end up using it, but what I wish I would have done when I did use it. And then there's this piping that the Dollar Tree has as well. You can get it for $1 a pack. I thought I wanted to create some really cute loops with that. And I'm going to use some other piping I'll show you in a little while as well. Now this is some burlap ribbon. I had to slow this down. This was from the Dollar Tree. Didn't end up using it, but it's so pretty. It could look really good on certain bouquets. And then I found this really pretty ribbon boutique. This is from Hobby Lobby. Look at how many jewels actually come on there. Now it is $19.99. I suggest never buying it without at least a coupon, but it's just beautiful. And then I also am going to use this floral tape that I got from the Dollar Tree. It works just as well as any other floral tape. And it's just the same way any floral tape works. You kind of pull it as you wrap around your stems, and it gets a little bit of tackiness to it, and it sticks to itself. And I use this a lot. I didn't have any in a fresh package, so I recorded that at the Dollar Tree because I have 3 that are out of the package. I guess at certain times I've not been able to find them and just purchased another one. I know, sad. And then I did end up going back and buying one more bouquet of white roses. And when I was in there, I found this really cute headband for 4th of July. And of course, all the little piping that's on it is just super cute. So I thought that I may end up incorporating that in the bouquet as well. And I bought 2 because I wasn't sure if I would have enough. And I was really glad I did because that really thin red, I ended up using, I made 3 different pieces. And then the Dollar Tree also has floral wire. I have a hard time finding this at times, but they also have some in the automotive section, I believe, that looks galvanized. It would work just as well because I'm going to wrap it with that floral tape anyway. And the one in the auto section, there's 3 packs to it, so it's probably a better value. I picked out this floral foam because I thought that I might use it to stick the flowers into, but I didn't. This diamond wrap is from the Dollar Tree. You can also buy these larger rolls from like Michael's or Joann's. And then these little ones are from the Dollar Tree as well. And I went ahead and picked out like red, white, and blue. I like the diamond wrap. I think it just really adds something really pretty to it. And then these are stars from Hobby Lobby. I didn't end up using them. It says it's table scatter, but I think they would have looked really cute on like a stick and stuck in it if I could have. And maybe even these LED lights. I really wasn't sure how far I was going to go with this. And then this is a lamp from the Dollar Tree. It's a solar lamp. And honestly, I'm going to take it apart. And I'm going to struggle with it, as you can see. And just use that hard plastic piece. I had a little board one that I could have used, but I could not find it while I was shooting. And so I was like, what else can I use? And I was like, I'll go get one of those little solar lamps from the Dollar Tree. And then I can still keep these pieces for later in case I need to use them for something else. And then these little diamond pieces, I bought them around Christmas time from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to use those as well. And then they also have these little cute wands, and I'm going to actually just take off and use the ribbon off of that. But they're just little foam wands that I bought at the Dollar Tree as well. Now I'm going to take the baby's breath, take a sprig of it. I'm going to kind of loop this little red piece. I feel like sometimes those got lost, so you may want to loop them up a little higher. And then I took a piece of the beads, or the little white berries, and bunched those together. And then I'm going to take another piece of that red, white, and blue piping and put it in there. Now, I fool around with some other little things. I don't think I even recorded those, but I decided not to use them. And then I do use the onion grass. Now, in hindsight, I wish I would have pulled that onion grass down some so that when it goes up to the wisps of it, it stays smaller. I ended up trimming them at the end because I just felt like they were just too much, sticking out too far from the bouquet. And they look okay, but like I say, if I were to do it all over again, I would have pulled it down so that the thinner ends were already at the top. And then I wrapped, of course, that red, white, and blue piping in there. And I'm going to take and cut off a piece of that wire. And I just go around that until I feel like it's secure. And then I'll even still go around that bottom part of these again with that floral tape. And your hands do get sticky from kind of messing with that floral tape, but man, does it help so much. And then I decided to take a piece of the mesh, and or the tulle, and I just kind of bunch it around and stick it in there with it as well. And then once I get it in the bouquet, I kind of pulled on these a little. They're still pretty pliable, and you can still kind of get that to where it will go in between flowers or anything that you want it to really do within reason, within that area. And I apologize, like I say, my craft room is still kind of a mess, and so I was trying a different way to record, and I tried to go up a little higher, and I struggled with keeping things in focus or in frame with this, just the way my setup is. So I apologize. You guys stick with me, and I promise it'll only get better. And then all these red, white, and blue, the Patriotic bunch, I'm going to end up taking apart. So I'm going to take every piece off that I can off the stem and cut it so I can arrange it the way that I want to do it. And this is kind of the part now that I skipped over. I added a bunch of the white roses that were by themselves into that mixture. And then I took apart all of those, and I'm going to just take the red roses, and I bent them up near the top of the stem, and I pushed all the green flowers up to the top of the stem itself. And I'm just going to go around the entire bouquet and add in those red flowers, just so they're kind of all uniform. And I can't remember, but I think I went ahead, I did go ahead and add the floral wire on that so it would hold. And then I went back and I bent all of my blue and white flowers, and I'm going to go around the entire perimeter again, but I'm going to take a blue one, a white one, a blue one, a white one, and alternate them all the way around as I go. And as you can see, there's my little top piece that kind of sticks out. And I do mess with that and kind of bring it down to where it doesn't stick out so much. And like I say, it's really hard to see what I'm doing. That's why I'm trying to explain. Like I say, I just alternate it blue and white, blue and white. And then I'll wrap floral wire around that piece. And then I'm going to go around it. Now I'm struggling here because I've got two other pieces and I want to get them within the bouquet itself. And so I'm going to kind of just shimmy it in up to a point where I want it at. And I'm going to put one on each side. And this is where I kind of decide that onion grass just sticks out way too far. I think it just is like an eyesore almost. And I end up starting to trim it down here in just a little while. But I'm going to stick those pieces on each side. And then we're going to take this piece and I start to peel off this tag, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if you were actually going to use it, you would really have to soak it in water. And I'm going to put down the stems that I already covered in the floral tape down inside of that piece. I made sure it even fit first. And then I used hot glue at the top of this, but I'm going to also wrap that in floral tape again. Yeah, see, I'm totally out of frame here. I apologize. I'm going to stick that down in there, give it a second to hold. And then I even kind of smush that glue in up at the top just to kind of get it to stay. Like I say, I'm going to end up covering all that anyway. And you want to make sure that two hands can hold that stem part, you know, because you're going to be walking with that bouquet at some point. And you want to be sure two hands can hold it. Now my hands are smaller, so I hope this still worked out. I pulled out a bunch of the green tape, or floral tape, and I'm just going to wrap this twice, all the way around the perimeter. Now this could make you almost sick watching this. And I even kind of tried to go across the bottom with a couple different pieces of tape, and then all the way back up around the top. I crisscrossed it. And I used the entire sheet piece that was from the Dollar Tree. It worked out very well because it fit that handle part perfectly. And then I added red and blue diamond wrap that was from the Dollar Tree off of the rolls. And then the 4 little pieces at the top were from that beautiful piece from Hobby Lobby. And you can see how very little I ended up having to use of that wrap. It does feel a little sticky if you touch it, but that goes away. Like I kept kind of holding the piece so it wouldn't be like that. And as you can see, I put a little diamond at the very top of that piping, and I did that on the 3 different ones. And then of course the red, white, and the blue piping is in there. I have the berries, the cute little piece of tulle. This is kind of what it looks like. I'm just rolling it around. And like I say, the grass ended up getting on my nerves, so I ended up trimming that. So you'll see that here in just a little bit. But I think it came out pretty good. I know this wasn't a very good tutorial per se, but I hope that maybe just some of the ideas of things that I used or even thought about using would give you ideas for one that you would do yourself. I turn to YouTube all the time to get ideas, not necessarily to remake exactly what somebody's done myself. So I hope that's what you do as well, because always just throw in your own personal side to it, your own craftiness, and make it your own. That's what we should all do. And if you don't think you're creative, I just disagree. I just think you haven't pulled it out. So here it is at the end. I did end up using that little piece of floral foam to hold it up, just so that I could show the bouquet in its entirety as it goes around. I tried to even go back and fluff out some of those roses so that they weren't so squished looking, because every now and again it just seemed like they kind of got pulled in together too much. But I think it came out really cute. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Any comments, definitely leave them down below. I do enjoy reading all of your comments. And I forgot to add, as it's going round and round, that I did add the ribbons from those wands to this as well, right up above, kind of alternating in between the jewels. And I did hot glue them at first, but then I went back and added the floral tape just to ensure that they weren't going anywhere. But I thought the ribbon added like a really nice touch to it as well. And of course, I promise that this videoing will get a little bit better. I know the quality just wasn't here with this one, and I was either too close or too far away. And I will get that figured out so that I can definitely bring you better content. But wanted to show you the finished product, if nothing else. And then I decided all the things that I used and even didn't use, in case that it would give you ideas or spark some other creativity, or spark even for a whole nother project that you might use that you hadn't thought of using that with before. So I hope you guys take care. Hope you get a moment to craft it up. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Take care. Bye.